Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to KT Garage. This is part 72 of the SuperHog build. So this week we're going to focus on electrical and trying to get all the lights hooked up. I probably won't be able to get all the lights hooked up, but we're going to try to do as much as we can this weekend. And then there's going to be a lot of hooking up to do, a lot of troubleshooting, trying to locate which wire goes where. I'm gonna walk over what I've done so far with you, and then we'll see what I can get done by the end of today. Okay, so before we move on and talk about the lights, just want to show you guys this transformer. From the last episode, I left off where this wasn't connected. So the connectors went ahead connected, and now this is working. That's a 24 volt come in, ground, and they give me a 12 volt. I tested it, everything's working. So now we get to move on and do the lights. Now, getting the lights done is a little bit challenged because you can see that I have everything I'm making is custom, is a whole new lighting system. So, but thankfully the this LED that I'm using is a 24 volt capacity, so I can just hook it up in parallel and be done with it. Now I just identify the wire for the headlamp or the headlight. So I got this hooked up and I tested it, it's working now. So I can hook like all of this up, all 4 lights up in parallel and be done with it. So the headlight is quite simple. Now you can see that the military is pretty organized. These tags right here, you can look it up and to see where it goes. Except for I use ChatGPT to look up those numbers, and it's not very reliable. So the best thing to do is just, test it with the voltmeter or the multimeter, and it works out really nicely. Let me see. This light should be working. You see that's working just fine. So I just gotta go ahead and hook up all these other ones, and the switch is right in here. So I'm using the Humvee switch. So all this get transferred from my Humvee to this panel. So it's working great. Now, same thing back here. I need to locate where it was, and once I locate it, you can see that I tag it. What the wire does, just so I don't have to rely on this tiny little marker that the military does. The description on them sometimes are not very accurate. So the hookup that I'm doing here is that I actually spend quite a few hours trying to figure out like where all these lights go, and I had trouble locating the signal light because I couldn't get the signal light to produce a voltage. So even having the switch on, I couldn't get to work, and I finally figured out why. So the flasher, you can see this is a flasher right here, and this flasher only works when you put a load to it. So you got to hook up to the lights, the light bulbs, and the light bulbs needs to be 24 volts, and it needs to have a halogen light, so it pull about 21 to 24 watts for this to work. So now it's working. You can see that it's flashing. That's because I located that wire and I hooked it up to a halogen light. I tried LEDs for quite a while, and I couldn't figure out why, because it's not flashing. It's not drawing enough current. So anyway, I got that to work. So now it's just a matter of trying to go in, and I ordered new housing. You can see this housing is not very pretty. It's been beat up, so I ordered new housing. I'm gonna cut a hole right there and put a side marker on it, just so I can draw enough current to make the flasher work. And then back here, this is where all the LED is. So I'm planning on making one of these as a brake and a signal light, and then this is the running light, something like that. It could be reversed. So, but these are all LEDs. A little bit later on today, I'm gonna make a board for it. I'll go over that with you guys. It's gonna be very interesting since It's gonna be my first time working on it. So stay tuned. All right, we'll give you guys a quick update. So I decided to just finish up the front lights before I go work on the tail light. So up here, I'm gonna do signal lights, and you can see that I drilled the holes already. So I'm gonna put in this amber light, and this require a 3/4 inch hole, and I drill it using this step drill right here. It works out really well. And you can see that I put a coat of black paint over the surface where the hole is, because as I drill it, I stripped the paint on the side. So I came in and put it, I don't have to put a matching color, because this rubber piece is gonna cover that black color. So I just happen to have the black around. So I did 2 sides. So there'll be 4 LED round lights here. I'll wire it to be the signal light. I'm just waiting for this to dry before I get this popped in. Now, I got the front light to work, which is great. So I'll show you guys real quick. So to turn the front light, headlight on, there's an unlock button, and then you can go ahead and turn the lights on. Check it out. So headlights are working. All 4. Pretty neat. I'm gonna turn that off for now. And then I'm gonna wait for this to dry, get this popped in, and then we'll see if I have enough time to work on the rear. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys a really cool way to get this LED light installed. So you drill that 3/4 inch hole, and then just make sure any unpainted metal surface needs to be painted, just so it doesn't rust over time. And then you just pop this grommet out. It's a lot easier when you pop it out and get it into the drill hole, and then you can push the light in. There you go. Now we're done. I'm gonna do the wiring now. So I got this passenger side light to work, the signal light. It's quite a bit of wiring actually. So I took the passenger signal wire from here and then just run it along. I'm gonna tie all this up later. I'm still trying to do the hookup, so it's laying there, but it's gonna be all tucked away. So that goes along with the headlight, and then you can see this red wire here. So that's the positive 24 volts. That gets hooked up to these here. So these are 12 volts LEDs. So what happened is I have to hook up 2 of these in series to make 24, and then I hook these 2 and this 2 in parallel. So I make 24 volts hook up, and 2 of these in series, 2 in parallel. Actually, these 2 are series, these 2 are series, and then I make these 2 and these 2 in parallel. So they don't get burned up, and they're getting the proper voltage that they need. So each one of these is getting 12 volts. And let me see, I'm gonna show you guys real quick that is working. So again, we're gonna unlock this and then turn. The thing with a Humvee is you gotta turn the headlight, well, you gotta turn the service light on in order for anything to work. So even the signal light won't work unless you put it in the service, drive service light. Because like in a battlefield, they don't want you to accidentally turn the signal light on and then the enemy can see you. So now, you can see there's flashing. That's the passenger side or the right side. Check this out. How cool is that? So now the left side, the right side or passenger side done. You see the headlight still on. So now I gotta work on this side. Well, I didn't realize the wiring take that long, but it actually did. It took me all day just to do the wiring. Just the one side and the front. And then the back side, I know where all the wires goes. It's just a matter of getting it done. So I'm kind of happy that I got the whole system figured out. It's just now, I just need to put the time in it and get it done. It's Sunday afternoon, super tired. I'm just gonna call it quit, but we'll pick it up again next weekend. Appreciate you guys tuning in to KT Garage. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.